And it is no, it says 3 days Harris County Jail. I spoke with the state. It is a time certain.
Good morning, Mr. Reyes.
Morning, Your
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. And this is important because you ever get pulled over and an officer's going to see this. If they smell alcohol or dope, what do you think they're going to do? What we're doing today, the proverbial slap on the wrist, now you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. So be careful because this time served, you understand. I mean, it's a minimum of 90 from now on. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, or possible immigration consequences, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record. It'll be there forever. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty and I will sentence you to 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I have to suspend your license, so I will suspend it for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. And good luck to you, sir.
Judge, I asked that his license not be suspended. It's been suspended for over 220 days already.
I have to suspend it, right? If you want credit for the ALR suspension,
Yes, sir.
why has it been suspended for so long?
I am not very sure. He just spoke. I'm filling in for Attorney Clay today, Eric Clay. So I just spoke to the client about the suspension.
Part of my PR bond was not to drive, and you revoked my privilege to drive. So I've been.
Well, there's a reason. Usually, if you don't have a license, you don't have insurance.
Over a .15.
No, I never take someone's. Has to have been an aggravating factor as to why. I don't just willy-nilly take someone's ability to drive away because I take it really seriously. You know, if you're driving in a manner like going over 100 or a prior DWI or with an open container or something like that. What happened in this case, Alex?
Sorry, So in this case, officers were dispatched to a crash in Harris County, Texas, and they arrived and observed the vehicle with front end damage that had hit an apartment complex entrance gate and wall
You
building.
have a license.
I had a license, valid license and valid liability.
See.
Part of my bond was, just suspending my license. I couldn't drive.
Oh, you know what it was? You had an ALR suspension. That's why. Your license was suspended. Have you paid any kind of reinstatement fees? Then your license is suspended now. Whenever you get a DWI, you have two cases against you. You have this case, you also have an administrative case versus DPS. And if you don't take care of the administrative case, DPS suspends your license and it remains in suspension until you go and actively take care of it to have it reinstated. One of those things that you have to do is pay a reinstatement fee of around $125. So until you do that, it remains effectively suspended indefinitely until you take care of it. What we do is we bring you back in to apprise you of the fact that your license does become suspended and that if you drive, you're in violation of these bond conditions. So I'm trying to help you, believe it or not, you know.
Listen to that. I'm trying to help you, believe it or not. That's the judge humanizing himself. And he's right. The ALR suspension? That's the administrative penalty that most DWI defendants don't see coming. You beat the criminal case, but DPS still suspends your license unless you fight it separately. It's a two-front war, and most people lose the second one without even knowing it exists.
So do this. Go get your license reinstated, go to DPS, show me that you've got it reinstated, then we can run so that I'll give you credit for the time that you've had your ALR suspension. I'd rather have you driving legally than, driving illegally, right? So go get it reinstated because what we need are the dates of suspension for the ALR. If you have that, we can give it to them and give you the credit.
Yes, sir.
But don't just start driving now. Your license is still suspended. Alex, can you run it? You mind?
Yes, Your Honor, it's not eligible. And the most recent we have is the ALR suspension.
See, it's the administrative license revocation suspension that you get from DPS. You got to go call DPS and they'll tell you what to do to get it reinstated. All right?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, guys,
Maybe excuse.
Thank you.
please. Hey, apellido? Macero.
Your Honor.
Thanks. Mr. Macero, you're charged with failure to identify oneself, giving false or fictitious information. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
All right, may I just get a cause number for that real quick?
It's 2533-067.
On October 8th, 2024, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle fail to stop at a stop sign. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated he did not have a driver's license, ID, or passport. The defendant wrote Jesus Gutierrez, date of birth October 2nd, 1977, on a notepad provided by the officer. There was no TCIC return for the name. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle to have a different VIN from that on TCIC, and the defendant consented to a search of the motor vehicle. The officer found a Venezuelan passport with the defendant's photograph and the name Jairo Jose Macero Barcenas, date of birth January 11th, 1976. The defendant stated he lied about the name to the officer and used a fake name because he was afraid and had never been stopped by officers while in the country.
Mr. Macero Barcenas.
Your Honor, me gusta he has to go to the civil trial.
Yeah, go. Thanks, Luis.
Hola, buenos días, me llamo Luis Lindar. Disculpe la interrupción, mi colega se tiene que ir a un juicio. Acérquese aquí, por favor. Sobre el juez y conteste nada más en español. Pedro,
Marcelo Barcenas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you a United States citizen?
What?
Are you a United States citizen?
¿Estadounidense?
No.
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
¿Es con permiso o sin permiso? Without permission.
I'm going to give you a warning now that if you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you. You will remain in custody until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration, and you will sit in immigration custody until they do whatever they're going to do to you. That usually is a process that'll take about 6 to 9 months. If you do not want that to happen, do not violate any of the conditions that I put on you now, because if you do, you could be spending a lot of time in custody. You do not have a Texas driver license, so you are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. The other condition I'm putting now is not to get in trouble or violate any laws. You were able, I don't know if you went to jail, but from now on, you will not be given any more PR bonds. So your bonds will be sufficiently high that you're going to spend some time there. And if you're unlucky enough, immigration will put a detainer on you. You will get no further warnings. Do you understand?
Sí, señor. Tiene que hablar. Sí, señor o no, señor. Yes, sir.
No driving whatsoever.
Manejo para nada. No puede manejar.
Okay. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. First, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria, where we will have you sign a reset, and we're going to get you out of here. These are the only conditions I'm putting on you now. Don't drive and don't get in trouble. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. How was jail? Good. You pick up another case, you violate conditions. Next time, it'll be double, triple, maybe quadruple, depending on what happens. I'm not asking much from you. I'm asking you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and obey the law. And if you become a danger to society, there's only one place. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not asking you to split the atom here. Just be nice. It's not hard. So bond condition will, so This is Ochoa Lacan.
Yes, Judge.
I'm letting pre-con know. So, he's in the jail docket? Yeah, it's page 29, guys. No drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis. Alex, can you run his license to see if it's eligible or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Whatever happened with the investigation that they were doing, do you know? With the interference?
I checked them. They didn't file anything. Nothing new has been filed.
Alex, do we know anything about the investigation? Do we know any other further charges that are potentially going to be filed?
I don't see anything about the sexual assault investigation, so,
Okay.
and also his license is, I apologize, just closed out, not eligible.
I'm ordering you now not to drive. Your license has been suspended, probably due to the administrative license revocation hearing. So I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, Mr. Ochoa Lacan. You're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? We had them check in the system now with DPS to see if it's eligible or not eligible. And it is not eligible.
And Your Honor, you are correct, it's the ALR suspension.
Do you understand? So if you drove here, you may not drive home. You've got to find somewhere else, someone else. Do you understand? You violate these conditions. Like I said, you're going to be signing an affidavit. This is a promise you're making to me not to drive. And I'm telling you, there's no better way to see me really get upset than to drive when there's a no driving affidavit. Do you understand? It is your responsibility to get with DPS to try to figure out how to get your license back. And if you do, and you get liability insurance, I'll take this off. But until that point, don't drive. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We will have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with pre-trial for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay?
Judge, if I may, he is here this morning on the DWI. The interfering is set for Friday. Is there any way we can handle
No.
both of those today?
Have you come multiple days?
Okay. Come back on
Kidding,
Friday.
of course.
I was like, thank you, Judge. So
Yes.
are there going to be different conditions for that or the same
No,
conditions?
it'll be all in one. That's why I was in the interference. I was wanting to see if there's a complaining witness to forbid him to have contact with, but it looks like the interference is just with an officer. So I'm not going to put any conditions on that one. Everything it just rides on the DWI. So you know what's expected of you. You're skirting thin ice. Be careful. That ice breaks. Okay, that way.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, take care.
Again, on Javid, we've gotten in touch with the complaining witness on this case. And
Hello, I'm ADA Colada. I'm filling in for Conrad.
Come up. Come up. Yes. Ms. Turner, I truly appreciate your tenacity. I really do. But the allegations to me are serious. And guys, keep it down, please. And I don't know if I'm ready because I don't want something to happen. It's too soon. It's too fresh. I don't want something bad to happen.
is it possible for us to keep the address restriction and just do no threatening and harassing?
That's what I mean. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's what,
Because they have no contact at all if we do no threatening and harassing. They can still
don't have
communicate, but they,
contact. That's the point, is I don't want you to have contact with her. The allegations are serious. You allegedly threatened to choke, you allegedly threatened to kill the family, do it overseas, and it's in a repeated fashion.
she said today that that wasn't true.
That's
I don't
not what
know
I was
that.
told on the recall, sorry.
Okay,
That's not what I
okay.
was told on the recall. She said that those statements were prior incidences where he had made those comments and that the the incident in question where he made the threat, the consequences of calling the police. She's claiming that he never made the gesture, but I don't have the body cams to watch it to see if that's actually what was said, which is why we're holding off on making a decision.
So what is your position? Your position is to keep no contact?
My position is no threatening or harassing. Based off of the complaint, it was very clear that she doesn't want the restrictions. And I think that they will contact each other anyway. So rather than setting the defendant up to violate his bond conditions.
No. There's no setting anyone up. We're clear what the consequence is if you try to have contact with her. Don't want you to have contact her for the time being now. I want you to appreciate the fact that you're not to have contact with her, and I'm warning you, don't do it. There will be severe consequence if you try to have any contact with her, if you try to use anyone to relay any kind of messages. If I deem you a public danger, Mr. Javed, I'm telling you now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it very high. Perhaps in time, yes, but the allegations are there. I find them disturbing and I don't want you to have contact with her. I know that your lawyer has really worked hard for it, so don't blame her. It has nothing to do with her. It's all to do with me. And I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with her. Do you understand?
Yes.
Don't blame her. If you want to blame anyone, you blame me. But for the time being, no means no. It doesn't mean maybe. It doesn't mean I've got kids. It doesn't mean I've got to get my car payment. It doesn't mean I got to get my house done. None of that makes a difference to me. My only concern is public safety. That's it. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm not ready yet. The allegations to me are very troubling. And I get the fact that people try to either renounce, mitigate, recant, but I'm not ready yet. I'm just not. In time, perhaps, because, I'm always willing in time to, modify. It's just too soon for right now.
Okay.
Are there any kids in the relationship now? Good. Wonderful. So there's just no reason for you to have contact with this person for now. There's no reason. Don't. Time heals all wounds and perhaps we can change it, but for the time being, no contact. Come back in a couple weeks and then we can redo it. And then I want you also to give you guys sufficient time to do a full rip, take time to do it the right way, not in a rush when you've got other,
This right here? This is the most human moment of the entire session. Judge Fleischer isn't just laying down the law. He's telling a victim that her safety matters more than a speedy trial. No means no. It doesn't mean maybe. It doesn't mean I've got kids or a car payment. He's drawing a line in the sand, and he's making it crystal clear. He will not risk public safety just to clear a case off his docket. And that line about no one should have to walk on eggshells? That's a judge who's seen too much and refuses to look away.
Bajillion things going on as well. And I appreciate you really coming down to help out as well, okay?
Problem, and I'll make a
So-
note for Conrad to have a more in-depth discussion. with her.
The other thing is I'd like to talk to her as well, before, because I'd like to talk to her to tell her that, the ramifications, not to ever feel any type of fear. No one, absolutely no one should have to live in fear like that. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't, imagine having to walk on eggshells because of the fear that if you make someone mad, they're going to explode. No one should have to live like that. So, and I'd like to impart that, that's it. All right. So, Mr. Turner, whatever reset you want, if you want to do a week, 2 weeks, whatever you'd like to do, I'm okay. I'm just not ready. And understand that just, I bet, best probably not to say anything. Okay. All right. Thanks. All right.
I'm making that note for Conrad now.
Thank you. Hi, counsel. Coming up. Hey, of course. Hey, what's new?
How are you?
Hey.
I didn't realize you
Hi.
had graduated for the holiday.
Yeah, so we're going to expect you to be in costume in about 2 weeks as well. We all will be. So.
I'm on call that week, so I told my second out if he wants to be Catwoman, I'll be Batman, but I don't know if we're gonna actually end up doing it.
And I'm already in costume.
As it's a good costume.
I'm faking it, Judge.
Who you got?
We have Mario De Jesus. I'm sorry, I lied. Horacio Guijarro.
It's a bond.
250-6632.
250-6632.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, is this the one where there's a dead body?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so,
And we do have family in the courtroom, Judge, just so you're aware.
okay,
My division chief is currently in trial on an intox man, so I'm hoping to sit down with her in the next 2 weeks so we can go over this case and make the final decision about whether or not we're gonna upgrade it. Matthew and I have been in pretty much constant contact about it, but
the issue, is it causation?
Causation, Judge.
Always causation, always causation.
She's been great. I mean,
I know, I know her well.
I keep
Great.
telling him to spread the rumor that I'm very difficult to work with, but he won't do that.
What do you get, so you want more time?
Yes, please, if the court doesn't mind,
Yeah.
2 or 3 more weeks and I should have an answer.
Okay. I mean, I've not gotten any violations. I've gotten everything
No, sir.
that's good so far, so, okay.
And you did
Yeah.
want to talk about bond,
there's
right?
one other issue, Judge. If we can address just one of the bond conditions. He's on GPS, got scram. He's abiding, but his curfew hours, he's just having issues with work.
Okay,
Instead of 7 to 7, push it from 6 to 8.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, just I don't want him out in the middle of the night, but I'm okay with that. Absolutely. That's okay. And if you want, 9 to 6, I'm okay with that. What did you say you want?
9 p to 6 a.
Okay, yeah,
That's how I think. Judge.
okay, totally. So just let pre-trial know and then we can amend the conditions and then it's getting up there. It's 180 now, so at the next setting, we gotta, yeah. Okay, cool, okay.
Very nice to see you,
All
Judge.
right,
See you,
guys,
Judge.
take care, for sure.
Jairo Jose Macero Bárcenas.
So guys, he's got to be here at the next setting.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Molina.
Buenos días, señor
So
Molina.
you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're also charged with theft. On that one, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. Shh. Guys have worked out an agreement. They're going to dismiss the theft in exchange for your plea on the DWI. You need to understand that the DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. What do you think will happen if you got pulled over after a night of drinking and an officer sees a prior DWI in your record? What do you think is going to happen?
¿Qué cree que le va a pasar a usted?
Regreso a la cárcel.
I'll return to jail.
I would never, even if you've had 1 beer, get in a car because your record will kill you. And what we're doing today, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand?
¿Entendió, señor?
No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. You're facing, like I said, up to a year. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail. Credit for the 3 days that you've done.
Dice cárcel, crédito por los 3 días que ya cumplió.
It also says here $650 in restitution.
$657 en restitución, él ya pagó eso.
Sí.
Sí, mire, pues.
And that was on the theft case, Judge.
Y eso fue el caso de hurto, de robo.
Great. That's good. Good. I'm glad that you paid that.
Me alegra que lo haya pagado.
It's only fair.
Es solo justo.
Always the idea
Todo
here,
la idea
whenever
aquí,
there's someone that there's an alleged victim in a case,
en un
we want
caso,
to make them whole again. And so thank you for doing this. That's great.
ahora sí, bueno,
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off.
de quitar.
Is this what you want to do?
¿Qué desea hacer? Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Se declara la ofensa de manejo ebrio. Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. I'm going to suspend your license for the minimum, which is 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license, otherwise you will be right back in here with us.
Señoría,
I can if you want, but you'll have to get the dates to them. Okay. All right, good luck to you, sir.
buena suerte.
Thanks.
Felicidades.
Yeah, bring them out.
Oh, okay.
Bring them out.
I
got a plea and then two, just cases coming out.
I guess let's do the plea
Plea,
while they're bringing them out.
NWA, NNE.
NWA.
Is it Nguyen?
Wayne.
Nguyen?
1A, the end assignment.
Order in the court for plea.
After we're done right here, you'll go right here. And that's, you don't have to put anything, you don't pay anything, just have that in, okay? It's what the current request is. That's first form.
So
Time's right on the ready, Judge.
what do you do with yourself these days, Ms. Swanee? Sorry? What do you do?
I work at Whataburger.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? You realize it's going to go on your record.
Yes, sir.
You realize you're only making life more difficult for yourself, right? The more convictions you have, the more difficult you're making life. I mean, you need to understand that life doesn't get easier as you get older. It gets more difficult, and the more convictions you rack up, the harder life is. Just not many people are going to give you a job if you keep getting convictions. So no, I guess you don't want to do a deferred.
I asked her about it, Judge, and I told her that she could avoid the conviction if she did a deferred. She has no convictions that I saw. She said that she wasn't interested in that. I mean, if you're.
There is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. But that would be at a minimum, 9 months. You got to stay clean, no alcohol, no dope.
Order in the court.
You've no interest to try to keep this off your record?
I have a job to keep myself busy, so
Great.
I plan on staying out of trouble and staying out of the way.
But nevertheless, you're not interested in a probation to try to keep this off your record? Are you sure? Okay. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. This is a lifetime decision that you make today. The other thing that you need to understand is that if you ever run from the cops again, because it's an evading arrest, which is an enhanceable offense, they can use, if you ever pick up another one, they can now make it a felony offense instead of a misdemeanor, because they can use this to enhance you. You understand? Okay. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change it. So are you sure you want to do this? There were no other offers, I guess, no PTI, anything like that?
No, Judge. The circumstances following the.
Okay. If you change your mind within 30 days, perhaps we can do something if you get buyer's remorse. Typically, but you got to understand, this is not a good day for you. This is not a good thing that's happening to you. You're only hurting yourself even more. Do you understand? Stop picking up convictions. Stop getting into trouble. All right, you know that from now on, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Minimum of 90 days for anything you pick up. All right, how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to, is it 3 days?
2 days credit for 2 days.
Oh, yeah, okay, 2 days in jail. Credit for the 2 days that you've done. I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Ms. Warner. Okay. Thanks.
Move up. You have Mr. Gonzalez and Mr. Rubio, they're both for waivers, Your Honor.
Okay. Gonzalez.
This is Gonzalez and Rubio. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I gave him to.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Buenos días, señores. Buenos días. Good morning.
Both of you guys are wanted from other states. And you're being,
Usted está haciendo,
Order in the court, please. I can barely hear the judge and I'm right in front of him.
you're being brought out because you guys are wanted for one reason or the other. You are Alejandro Gonzalez.
¿ese es su nombre?
Sí.
Yes.
You're wanted for out of the state of California for receiving stolen property, motor vehicle, unlawful driving or taking of a
Ilegal
vehicle,
manejo.
resisting, obstructing, delaying of a peace officer or EMT.
O demorando policía a un paramédico.
Are you waiving formal
Perdón.
extradition?
¿Al señor?
Are you waiving formal extradition?
Yo firmé ahorita.
I just signed.
Did you want the 14 days for them to come pick you up?
14 días para que ellos vinieran a recogerlo a usted.
Sí.
Yes.
And you must waive formal
Tiene que
extradition.
retirar extradición formal.
No sé. Comenzó.
Sorry, I didn't know. Usted ya habló con su abogado, señor.
I guess.
I
You have,
just believe the way you're, and he's understanding the question is being lost in translation, Judge.
Pregunta.
Do you want me to ask him?
¿Quiere que yo le pregunte? Sí, mire a su abogado.
¿Vas a renunciar a pelear que te extradicen?
No.
¿Sí o no? No es ok, es sí o no.
Eso, si digo sí,
Es
Es lo
para
que
que te
firmaste.
vengan en 14 días.
Es lo que firmaste.
sí,
you want to waive formal.
¿Quiere renunciar a extradición formal?
sí.
Yes.
Mr. Rubio, you are wanted out of the state of Tennessee for first-degree murder.
Asesinato capital.
Are you waiving formal extradition, sir?
¿Extradición formal usted?
Okay.
Hablar más fuerte.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we wish you the best of luck. Take care, and we'll wait for the respective jurisdictions to come get you.
Thank you.
Las jurisdicciones a buscar.
Brennan.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, man.
John Rocha. Your Honor, I'm here on Mr. Enriquez. Judge, this is he was on a, yes, sir. Your Honor, he was on a DWI. He had to come back last month in May to prove that he did his IoT SOP classes. I believe he did, Your Honor.
He's behind it. Like $860.
Ouch.
Oh, $930, sorry.
Come up, Mr. Enriquez.
He's completed everything else.
And Judge, he does have the,
So are they withholding all certificates until he pays it?
So these are the supervision fees, so all the fees associated with the program. I don't know if they want to waive the fees, so we could be done today or.
I just emailed Brenda. And Brenda said they can't waive the probation fees, according to her.
The moment you pay these fees, the moment they dismiss these cases, when can you pay these fees?
I'm not sure. I don't want to give you an exact date and not fulfill with it, so.
He told me in the hallway potentially 2 months, Judge. They asked for a 4-month extension. Could we get 2 months?
He's going to be under bond condition during that time as well. You know, you're going to have to pay, longer you take, the more you're going to end up paying in the long run because you're going to have, what do you have now, an interlock?
He has sober spam.
Soberly. All that costs money. The longer you take, the
I
more.
understand. That's why I've been backed up on it. My PO told me it would talk to y'all about, dropping it or potentially reducing it.
Tried, but it's not up to me. It's up to the DWI. It's their program. It doesn't run with me. They're the ones who file the dismissal. They're the ones who, write the terms. I only do the resets and either grant or deny the reset, But at some point, we need to put this baby to bed. It's 710 days old.
Yeah, I know.
We can't just keep it open forever. What are you doing with yourself these days? Are you working?
I'm a waiter at Papacitos. I mean, I'm just doing what I can right now.
So pick up double shifts.
I tried to, but,
I worked at Papacitos, I made a killing.
me too, but I mean, I be paying off my bills and stuff.
Where do you live?
What was that?
Where do you live?
I mean, I live with my parents right now. I be paying them bills.
You're living with your folks.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like if I'm living by myself, I have to pay rent, other things, utilities, so, I mean,
Do you
everything.
pay rent with mom and dad?
That's right.
So if I call your mom and dad right now and I ask them if if you're paying rent, they're gonna tell me yes? What's the number? Let's do this. I need to give you a deadline to have this done.
I
We
understand.
can't keep this open forever. It's on you, if you need to, get a second job, because you're living at home. Are you doing anything else besides working at Papacitos?
I mean, I just cut hair on the side. I mean, I got my barber's license, but
Okay, barber's license is not, you're gonna have to perhaps get a third job and then, but you need to do what you need to do to get it done. I'm not gonna hold it open forever. I'll give you 30 days, but it's already 710 days old. I'll give you 30 days. If you don't have it done by then, I'm gonna set you for trial. We can't keep going. You need to do what you need to do. Are all the fees from what? And when was the last time he made a payment? That's unacceptable.
Like the last payment I see was November 14th, 2023.
But he was paying for the classes. He was paying for the IP.
and then the breathalyzer and all of that too.
The fees are for drug testing, supervision, the assessment fee, and, yeah, that's it.
So the assessment one was $300.
The $300 for the assessment fee.
But it's been 2 years.
A bit over a year.
Well, since you said what?
November 14th.
Yeah, it's been a year.
Was the last payment.
It's time. You need to get this paid. Start working double shifts, do what you need to do to get more money. Okay? So we'll give you 30 days. You got to come back in 30 days and see where we are. If you've not made a payment in 30 days, things are not going to go well. You understand? Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you in 30 days. Good morning, Mr. Lopez. Mr. Lopez, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
One more, Your Honor. On September 6th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault at a residence in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with the complainant. The complainant was picking up a DoorDash order, returned to her vehicle, and removed an empty cup and placed it on the floor in the parking lot. The complainant stated that the defendant grabbed the cup, threw it back inside the vehicle, and the complainant placed the cup outside the vehicle once more, and the defendant grabbed the cup, placed the rock inside, and the defendant threw the cup with the rock at her, striking the left side of her face, causing pain. The complainant stated the defendant grabbed her windshield wiper and the two engaged in a verbal altercation. The complainant states the defendant grabbed a handgun from his vehicle, held it by his waistband, but did not point it at the complainant. The complainant stated that the complainant stated to the defendant that she was enrolled in a police academy, was calling 911, and that's when the defendant left the scene.
Okay. Mr. Lopez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes, sir.
See that there's no bond set now.
Correct.
You guys want to do?
It's just a misdemeanor, Judge. We're looking at 500 to 1,000.
Okay. What do you think?
We're gonna post it to 1,000.
Okay. We'll set it at 1,000. Do you have any open cases now? Are there any open cases now? All right, I will give you a PR bond now, but I'm going to tell you, Mr. Lopez, this is it. I'm not going to give you another one. You violate conditions, do something you're not supposed to. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public in every single manner, however I can. So beware that we have eyes on you now. Any false move, we're just going to put you in jail. You understand? You're lucky. One false move with that gun, because it's very tempting. You could be hit with a second-degree felony. God forbid someone else didn't have a gun. I was reading a report yesterday or a couple of days ago where same kind of deal, two people getting at it, one blew the other away, dead. You never know who's on the other end of that argument and whether they have a gun or not. Got to be careful. Life's way too short for this. For now, I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll get you with pre-trial for your bond and your paperwork, and then we'll have you sign your bond conditions, and then you'll be on your way. You have a lawyer, so we will waive your appearance, but it's your responsibility to stay in touch with jail and she'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're gone or you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Pick up a new case, violate conditions, same thing. Do you have any questions? Just be nice. It's not hard, you know? So, all right, guys, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Jan.
May I be excused?
Yes,
Judge, did you set the bond?
1,000, granted a PR bond, and then no contact and no weapons. So if you can file that, please.
Okay, how?
Hi, I have Carol Ramirez. We're set for an update today. She does have her ankle monitor on. She's registered with IOP. She has orientation tomorrow and she starts Saturday.
Okay. Was there anything else that was supposed to happen?
I'm sorry?
She was supposed to be finished with SOP and now registering and for IOP, right? Wasn't that?
No, she had to start, it's IOP first and then SOP. So she has to do IOP.
Weeks ago.
No. We were here
It was not?
not
No?
too long
Let me
ago. I can pull her up, Judge. Do you have Carol Ramirez? Oh, never mind.
I'll pull her up.
If you get there before me. I'm pulling her up, Judge. She's the one, Judge, I don't know if you remember
No,
that.
I remember everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have here on 9/13, this is when we amended the agreement to do the 3 days and then scram upon release and do IOP and SOP. That was 9/13.
Yes, and you told her by the time she comes back, she has to be registered, which she is. She has orientation on Thursday and she's starting on Saturday. That's what I have.
Shatori, we're talking about Carol Ramirez.
Talk to her, she had a visit with her officer, and at that point, she wasn't registered. She just sent me over, the company she registered with, so I'm gonna call them and just.
She's still pushing it, still pushing it. I mean,
She goes on Thursday.
same thing. It's over and over. It's, come up, Miss Ramirez. I don't understand why you were still pushing your luck. You were supposed to register immediately upon doing the 3 days as a condition. When did she do the 3 days, please?
September 20th is when she went in. And that Monday, I think you reinstated her, Judge.
Yes, Judge, it was September 20th.
She did it. She was released on when, the 21st?
The 23rd. 23rd is when she was released. She was
Released the 23rd. She was supposed to register immediately, starting the IOP. And what day did she register?
Yesterday.
Says her probation officer told her she had a month.
I told you here what you were supposed to do. I'm tired of playing this game, Andrea.
At least
I'm
she's
tired of playing this
registered.
game. It's
Mr.
like,
Sapiens?
you know, when this is what happens when you're too nice. It's over and over. People take advantage of you like crazy. It took 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks for her to sign up for IOP, Andrea. 4 weeks.
Can you, since she's already registered,
No, I mean, I'm done with this. I'm just, what?
let her see if she goes, if she attends? I don't have there's not much that I can say. I don't have much to stand on.
She
But
doesn't take us seriously.
I'm hoping that you will allow, since she's already registered, you'll allow her.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Because she has an ankle monitor on. That's on. It's
I'm
on.
gonna
there.
send her for a drug test right now. I want to see if anything that she's going to test positive for. And then right now, I want to send her for a test. And then I guess we'll talk when she comes back. Because first things first, I want to know if she's clean. If she's not clean, it's over. That's it. But if she's clean, then we'll talk about how we go further.
They
But-
send her back here,
Uh,
how long, so I know how to manage everything else that
I
I
have
have.
your cell phone, right?
Yes,
I'll text you when she comes back
okay.
and I don't know. Just take a seat for a minute.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Andrew.
Seems we've reached what we consider an acceptable agreement with the state, subject to the court's approval. And I understand that you'll want TRAS part of that.
Do you want to do the PTI agreement?
I'm sorry.
PTI?
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be that yet. We're subject to the TRAS.
What do you want to do?
Well, she was telling me that you had a condition for TRAS, and that's why I'm.
Probation or for what?
Probation.
Okay, it's up to you
I just
guys.
wanted to put jam in the box and all that. I just want to make sure.
So, well, the only thing I'm going to advise you, Mr. Durham, is that you're on bond in this case. It's old, and now you have a bond violation for missing a drug screening. I will give you a pass today, but this is the only one I'm going to give you. If you ever miss another drug screening and they call you to go take a test and you fail to go, I'm going to revoke your bond. Do you understand? You were expected to abide by the bond conditions like everybody else, and when they tell you to go test, you have to go. If you fail to go, then
Yes, sir, and I did apprise him of that.
I'm not going to give you any more passes. This
Yes,
is the
sir.
only get out of jail free card you get.
Thank you, sir.
It's up, if you guys want to do a probation now, we can do it now, and he can just do the TRAS as part of the probation, or you can do the TRAS first, whatever you guys would like to do. I'm amenable to each.
He's a good guy that got in a bad spot, and I think that'll really help.
Okay, it's up to you, however you guys would like to handle it. I'm game with whatever you'd like.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it.
Sure.
We'll do the TRAS first.
You want to do the TRAS now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since he's here, we might as well send him now. That way we
Yes,
can
sir.
kill two birds with one stone.
Yes, sir.
This is an evaluation to see what kind of conditions they would place on you for being on a DWI probation. So that way you kind of are informed of what to expect entering into the probation. If you didn't want to do the probation, you'd have to do another offer. You'd either accept a jail time offer or we would set up a trial. So those are the three different options that you'd have. And I don't know what kind of jail time offer they would give you. That's on them, but
Yes, sir.
subject to us accepting it, of course. But
Yes, sir.
this way, this would give you kind of a look into what requirements you would need to do to successfully complete a probation. So
Yes, sir. We appreciate it, Judge.
since you're here, there's no better time to send you now. And then, so what we'll do after that, we'll set you off after today, 3 weeks to give you time to get the TRS back, and then we can talk about how to go forward.
Yes, sir.
Don't miss any more. Okay.
We won't do it. Thank you so much. We
Take care.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Katrina Rasul. Morning.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you were wanted out of the state of North Carolina for felony probation violation, 4 counts as alleged. Are you waiving formal extradition, ma'am? Okay, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go to Ms. Ramirez.
Absolutely.
The state position is that follow the recommendation of the probation department either feels A, she's reached a point where they can no longer help her and she needs a higher level of care than the probation department can give her, or B, if the probation department feels that they can still treat her, we follow the recommendation of the probation department. B being Texas.
And they requested a 6-month extension, but her class been under 7 months.
But Judge, if she registered for the classes, there will be completed in 6 months.
I'm not doing a 6-month reset for her to do one class a
We
week.
can bring her to court. We can bring her to court for status updates. I'm 100% on board with that. I think that that's actually a very good idea. But what I'm saying is that the probation department feels that she could be helped with the IOP and SOP. That's my understanding. Please correct me if I'm saying something wrong. My understanding is that probation department feels that they could help her with the IOP SOP. I think that to her defense, nobody told her she needs to register, at least as far as I'm aware, 2 to 3 times a week. So
I told her last time we were here.
now when we approached, because I was with her, Judge.
I told her.
I was with her and I don't remember you saying that.
I told her what you need to have done, and then this is what you register for. When you come back, this is what we're gonna end up doing. Regardless, look, regardless.
What I'm saying is, since the probation department feels that they can help her, if she can register to one of the three, and I'm gonna bring her up here with, if you decide to allow her to continue, I'm gonna bring her up here and we all talk, so everybody's on the same page. If she does it within like a week, not a month like we did last time.
I'm not ever going to reset her for over 2 weeks at a time
That's
because I
fine.
can't trust anything to happen.
And that's fine.
And Mr. Lindsay, unfortunately, the way it works is that it's unfortunately, like a little child. They push and they push and they push. And it's childish because they push and they push to see how much they can get away with. And as evidenced here, you sign up the day before court.
This is all predicated on if the court does not rescind its order for supervision.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset her for 1 week. She has 1 week to sign up for the 3-time-a-week course. She needs to come back, show us that she's done that. And then after that, I'm going to set her off 2 weeks. Every single 2
Can I bring her up
weeks.
here? So
Sure.
I want her to be part of the conversation, so if she comes back and she doesn't do, so nobody can, so there's no possibility of saying.
I'm so over this, it's just ridiculous. Come up, Ms. Ramirez. So I will indefinitely set this case off 2 weeks at a time to make sure that it gets done. Because I can't do 4-week resets anymore, unfortunately. So we are now going to have to micromanage just I don't think that this is right. And I don't think that this is fair because it really spits in the face of every single person who does a good job with this program. And what you're doing now is not what this program is designed to do. And it really violates the spirit because this is a program that's supposed to teach you right and wrong, teach you how to act in the free world. And you've done everything against that. I mean, for you to sign up for the class 1 day before court, it's just, it hurts. And it's shameful. Because when I told you, last time you were here, I told you that I wanted you to sign up immediately after you were done. And you sat there and you waited. Not 1 week, not 2 weeks, not 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh,
So now you've shown me that I can't do long resets on your case. So if you fail one more time, if you ever fail to attend a meeting, if you ever fail to whatever you need to do, you will be out of this program. I will not do this again, and I will immediately set your case for trial. You have 1 week to sign up for the class that's 3 times a week. And thereafter, you will get 2-week resets every single time to show me that you have attended this class 3 times a week. If you fail to go one of those times in a week, because it's the class is designed for you to go 3 times a week, every week. And if you fail to do that, that's it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Judge, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Judge is asking you to go back to that list that you have and find a place that offers the program 3 times, IOP 3 times a week. What are the requirements? Is SOP once a week or, okay.
She has to complete IOP.
Right. So you have to go back to the list, find a place to register for IOP that does it, that meets 3 times a week. You do IOP, and once you're done with IOP, you find SOP that meets once a week. And you have to have, right, and you have to be registered in the IOP that meets 3 times a week by next court setting, which will be in about a week.
Not about, exactly a week.
Okay, do I have it
Next
correct?
Wednesday.
Do I have it correct, Judge? Right, okay, so do you understand that?
Yes.
There's not going to be another chance. Okay.
State has nothing further, Judge, for the court.
See you in a week.
Thank you, Judge.
Pleasant day.
Very, you're doing great.
I don't
Like the old days.
know. A little bit, yeah.
You're doing great. Thank you for the help.
I'm just trying to do my part.
Makes it a well-oiled machine, right?
Yeah, it seems that way. Man. I think people are just avoiding me now.
Ah, come on.
See you tomorrow,
Okay, hasta mañana.
Till tomorrow. Be safe. Try to. Yeah.
You are Frankie Farias. Mr. Farias, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year on the assault case and or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. What have you guys worked out?
So for he's pleading time served on the DWI, 13 months deferred on the assault conditions.
Okay. Is this how you understand this agreement?
All right, pause right here. This is the moment where the rubber meets the road. Judge Fleischer isn't just reading charges. He's giving Mr. Farias a reality check wrapped in a warning. A DWI conviction that stays with you forever. And he's about to plead to a family violence case on top of it. 2 strikes before he even walks out that door. Let's see if he actually hears what the judge is saying, or if he's already planning his next move.
I'm sorry.
You have 2 agreements on both of your cases. On the DWI, they've offered you 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 days that you've done. But you need to understand that that charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So this time served, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. Anytime you get pulled over, an officer's going to look at your record. They're going to see this. What do you think they're going to do if you smell like alcohol or dope? Right. I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would not get into a car because it is a humongous risk. As far as the assault of a family member is concerned, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 13-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You must understand, though, that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, even if you successfully complete the deferred, you will be looking at a 3rd-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You can also never own a gun or ammunition as well. You will be signing this other piece of paper here, which is a written admonition that you are ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. What you need to understand, it's firearm is a very loose term. So you need to understand, if you don't understand what a firearm is or what a weapon is, you need to talk to a lawyer because that's one of the conditions. Do you understand? When you pick up criminal cases, there are a lot of collateral consequences, as you now see. It can impact you in ways that you never, ever see. That's why you need to strive to never pick up any kind of cases. And when you pick up multiple successive cases, it kills you. And now you're ending up with these things, with both of these. Anytime you come into a contact with an officer and they look at your record, you think that you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Be careful. Just, all I'm going to tell you is be careful. Now, part of the agreement on the deferred, you need to also understand you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. If you fail to live up to the terms of this agreement, we will issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail, and now you're looking at an entire year that you authorize to put you in custody if you violate this. Do you understand? For you to complete this successfully, you have to do a Batters Intervention Prevention Program, what's called a BIP class. This is a 15-week, I'm sorry, is it it's 18, right? 18-week class that you have to go to one time a week for 8. You don't have to do this. You can set your cases for trial if you don't want to do this. Well, look, if you have that kind of attitude and you go into it.
Attitude, Judge, is just, I mean, I understand, you know, I messed up. I messed up. It's no one's fault but mine. I understand that, you know, but y'all really treated me like I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. I'm not. I mean, I understand. I got a DUI and I ended up catching another.
Criminal court. Did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
No, I didn't think that. I'm just, you know, it's just.
And here's the thing though, Mr. Faris, what you need to understand is if you think it was bad here, that's what you're saying to me now. If you think it's bad now, wait till you get out there in the free world with even more conviction on your record. Life will only get more difficult with the more convictions that you get.
I hadn't been getting in trouble for the past year. I got that DUI in 2020. I have not been in trouble for it since then. So y'all treating me like if I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not.
How did we treat you that you're constantly in trouble? Tell me.
This is a conversation.
No, but Nathan, I want him. How did we treat you in what way?
I mean, I'm not saying y'all treating me in any way. It's just like the way you talk to me. I have like I'm just a hardened criminal. All I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20. I made a mistake. I was drinking. It was just a mistake.
Please do not admit to committing the offenses. We actually haven't been found guilty yet.
You mean how I'm talking to you right now?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you what to expect.
And I understand that,
and
but
I'm telling you how it's going to affect you.
And I understand that.
And I'm telling you that you can't own a gun.
That's fine. No problem.
You can't own any ammunition.
That is fine. No problem whatsoever.
If you pick up another assault like this, you're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary.
See, but I didn't assault nobody, but
You're
I
pleading
understand.
guilty to assaulting.
But I understand.
You're
not going to take.
This is a massive moment. Judge Fleischer just put the brakes on the entire plea deal because he caught a whiff of BS. And here's the legal bombshell. In Texas, you can't plead guilty if you're maintaining your innocence. It's not a game. It's not a loophole. The judge is basically saying, if you didn't do it, prove it. Take it to trial. This is integrity in action, folks.
Take your agreement. If you're telling me you're not guilty, then we're not going to do it.
That's how this works. You're pleading guilty and admitting that you committed a crime.
Okay.
If you stand up here and say you didn't commit a crime,
No,
then you're not pleading
this
guilty.
isn't like, it's not a game. And I'm not going to let you
Understand that.
plead guilty if you're not guilty. If you're not guilty, then let's try it. I'm not taking your plea of guilty if you're not guilty. That's it. You know,
At this point, I politely request that we reset this case, short distance, have the client's appearance be required.
well, hold on a second. How old is the case? I mean, the case is from 20, it's 510 days old. No, we set the case for trial today. That's it. And I'm not here to play games. If you're either guilty or you're not guilty, but we don't plead people guilty when they're not guilty. That's not a game that we play here. And understand the way I talk to you now is in hopes that you don't pick anything up in the future, because
I haven't.
do you know how many times I hear that?
I'm pretty sure you hear it on an everyday basis. I'm sure you do. But I'm the one that I am one of those persons that means it when he says it.
I'm going to hit the pause button.
You pick up a case in 2020, and now you pick up a case in 2023.
I'm going to hit the pause button here. What you're getting upset about is actually the language that the judge is required to say. He's not admonishing you about anything special about your case. He doesn't care anything about you. But what you're pleading guilty to carries with it these consequences.
I understand.
If you plead guilty to an assault family violence, there's an affirmative finding of family violence, as was explained to you. A second offense is automatically a third-degree felony. Third-degree felony punishment range is 2 to 10. If it's a strangulation, it's now 2 to 20 because it's a second-degree felony. This is automatic, has nothing to do with you, only has to do with what you're pleading guilty to. The DWI is similar in concept. If you plead guilty to DWI today, get convicted, which is what you're planning on doing. The second one is automatically a Class A misdemeanor with a maximum punishment of a year in county or a $4,000 fine. That has nothing to do with the facts of your case and your level of guilt. It's just the fact that you are pleading guilty. At the same time, I don't like this conversation. We're walking away and we're going to have a later court date. So you go over here.
So if you want to continue on the DWI and tee up the assault, we can do that as well.
No, Judge. With him, we're not doing any pleas. At your request, we'll set the case for trial. I'd ask for 30 days. I'll have a conversation with him. And if he wants to do the plea, we can do the plea. And he will come up here with the proper understanding.
It's not a big deal, but we either set it today or we.
Oh, I'll just set it today because it'll be long enough that we can have a conversation. Almost 30 or so days, Judge.
Yeah, November 19th.
That's fine.
It's over 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that. It's just that I don't remember when Thanksgiving is. Which is a week or two after that. So we're fine.
It's that Tuesday. So it's the Tuesday before.
Tuesday the week before.
Correct.
We're fine.
Okay, 11/19 it is on both cases.
Is Ramona in the back? Do I need to go talk to her?
Yes, no. Well, I'll tell them, but don't let
Oh,
them leave.
Nathan, you're fine. It's a good day.
Ramona.
You're welcome.
Who said my name? Yeah.
This is Mr. Wiley, another plea, Your Honor.
It's not a big deal. Good morning, Mr. Wiley.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Wiley, you're charged with failure to identify oneself to a peace officer while being a fugitive from justice. That makes it a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in Harris County Jail. How much credit does he have?
71 days.
71 days credit that you already have. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record and you can't take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You need to also understand, Mr. Wiles, that from now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Dealing with the same exact.
If you pick up cases in the future, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense, sir? I will find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 71 days you've done. I will roll your call costs, you won't owe anything, and good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Thanks, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On September 8th, 2024, an officer was dispatched to a target in Harris County, Texas regarding a theft. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the loss prevention manager, who advised the defendant had stolen from the business. The complainant advised that the defendant had entered the business with no merchandise and with a small pink fanny pack on her person. The defendant was then observed going to the style department and began making selections at the merchandise and then began going into the business fitting room. The defendant exited the fitting room and the style merchandise was not seen, and the defendant dumped the merchandise on the rack in the fitting room. The defendant was then observed going to the jewelry department, and the complainant advised the defendant was observed quickly selecting Kendra Scott jewelry, and the defendant went to the beauty department and was advised that she began selecting Kendra Scott jewelry and hair care department merchandise. And the defendant then went to the home department and then the chemical aisle and began concealing merchandise into the small pink fanny pack and began walking towards the front of the store. The defendant passed all points of sale without rendering payment for the items, and the total amount taken was $103.92.
And where did you say this is from?
At Target.
Got it. Okay. Ms. De La Cruz, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, ma'am?
19.
What do you do for a living?
I go to school,
Where do you go to school?
Pima Medical Institute.
Okay. Are you working as well?
Not currently.
Who do you live with?
My parents.
Are they here today with you? Okay. Like I said, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Target stores whatsoever. You were given a free bond So we let you out of jail, and that's how you're here before me. You're not going to get another one. If you pick up a new case, if you go to any target or do something you're not supposed to, I will revoke the bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, and it's going to go way higher than it is now. Do you understand? Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am? Okay, we will give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions up, okay? First, we're going to have you sign a reset, and then we need to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I need to know everything about you, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, please. Good morning, Mr. Javed.
Good morning.
Sir, you're charged with terroristic threat or a family or a household member. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 8th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, an officer was dispatched to meet with a firefighter at 3515, a residence in Harris County, Texas. The officer met with the complainant, who stated she got into an argument with her husband, the defendant. The complainant stated the defendant had been threatening to kill the complainant's family in Pakistan and to kill her in the past. In 2023, she called the police, but no report was made because she was afraid of retaliation. The complainant stated they have talked about who the defendant knows in Pakistan and believed the defendant could do something to her family to have them killed. The complainant stated the defendant made these threats to her and her family to control her. When the complainant called for police on October 8th, the defendant told the complainant if she called the police, the complainant knew the consequences, while making a circle in his hands, gesturing as if to strangle the complainant.
So there's also felony retaliation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this within what you just said now, or is it something else that happened? Because I know it arises out of the same, but was there any more overt action that was done other than spoken word?
Sorry, Your Honor. Let me check the DIMS.
Okay. Mr. Javed, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Yes, yes, sir.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering in, or it looks like a protective order has already been issued on the 9th of this month. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and will file additional charges as violation of protective order. And I'm telling you, that's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You violate conditions on a no contact order, I can hold you at zero bond, and I will do it in a second to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
When I mean no contact of any kind. Phone calls, text messages, social media, use of another person to relay any information. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to make it high. So no contact of any kind.
Your Honor, appears to be just the verbal threats.
Okay. So can you file no contact and no weapons, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign the bond conditions, and then we'll have you wait for your lawyer. Okay? Please.
All right, page 12. Go ahead and sign this.
Mr. Dakota, do you have an arraignment?
No, sir.
No? Okay.
You bone? All right, Judge, page 19, Perkins, come on up.
Silence all cell phones.
Good morning, Ms. Perkins. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. So you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On October 9th, 2024, officers were dispatched to 5299 West Park Drive in Harris County, Texas, regarding a major crash. The real witness stated he saw the defendant get out of the driver's seat of her motor vehicle, and Houston Fire Department advised the defendant admitted to drinking. The officers observed the defendant with slurred speech and glassy eyes. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN was 6 out of 6, walk and turn was 3 out of 8, and one leg stand was 2 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.153 and 0.157.
Tell me about the driving facts again, please.
There was a major crash, Your Honor.
Okay, so she's at a crash.
A crash, and then the real witness who was involved in the crash saw the defendant get out of the driver's side.
Got it. Okay. Ms. Perkins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, ma'am? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Can you run her license, please?
Yes,
And
sir.
also, does she have any prior DWIs, please? If you can
No
run
prior
her
DWI
license.
and license eligible.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna find, like I said, there's probable cause to go forward. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. I'm gonna revoke your bond. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? How old are you, ma'am? You're 20. What do you do for a living? Where do you work? Mom shells. Who do you live with? No, with mom, dad, or by yourself? Okay. Can you afford a lawyer? How much money do you make a month? Okay. Is that all you're doing now, or are you doing anything else in school or anything? Okay, I'll have you, let me see. You to fill out an application for me for an appointed lawyer, and I'll take a look at it. If you qualify, I'll provide you with a lawyer today. For now, I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while you fill out the application, then I'll take a look at it, okay? You will need to meet with the pre-trial for your bond conditions, so don't leave until you do that, okay? Please. You have an arraignment. Are you ready?
I do.
We have to do it right.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Does we have another arrangement?
You want to do Corey's first or?
Is that arrangement?
Yeah.
Oh, who was it?
Cubone.
Oh, that's the one else.
Cube, is it Cubone?
It's fresh.
I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it.
How do we pronounce your name, ma'am? Cubone. Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, okay?
Yes, Judge. On September 18, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a Walmart in reference to a theft in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the loss prevention manager, who stated he followed the defendant in pink nurse scrubs within the business as she was pushing a shopping cart and concealing in a black backpack several items she took from the shelves of the business. The defendant observed the defendant pay for the items in the cart at the self-checkout, pass all points of sale, and exit without paying for the items she had loaded in the backpack. The complainant stopped the defendant outside the exit doors and confronted her about the concealed items. The defendant initially denied everything, but ultimately gave her the backpack, to which the defendant found unpaid items with a value of $118.53. Another unpaid item of a value of $1.38 was found wrapped in a Walmart plastic bag in the shopping cart. The total amount taken was $119.91.
Okay. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen? You are? Okay, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to any Walmart. If we find that you go back to Walmart, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Okay. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. So you don't have to come to court until he tells you that your presence is needed. But you must stay in contact with Corey. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging phone calls, that's it. We will revoke your bond, okay? Any questions? Yeah, I know. I have to apprise you.
I understand, yeah.
Do you have any questions? Okay, we're gonna have you sign a reset. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. We get your bond condition. We'll have you sign it, and then you're free to go. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, guys. Thanks, Corey.
Judge.
Where's the switch?